It looks like they're closed.
Looking for a place to go out and eat? Well, depending on where you are, it might be a little harder these days. These 10 massive restaurant chains are seeing franchises closing up in 2023. So grab some extra napkins as we dive into the bittersweet tales of these culinary casualties.
What happened to the steaks that were in there when they closed?
Krispy Kreme.
Eat the donut.
Known for their iconic original glazed donuts and a menu bursting with sweet, doughy creations, Krispy Kreme has long been a mecca for those seeking a sugar rush. But in an unexpected twist, Krispy Kreme has decided to close the curtains on 14 of its locations in 2023. Despite boasting record sales in 2022 and even striking up a tantalizing partnership with McDonald's, it seems these closures are more like a bit of spring cleaning rather than a full-blown donut doomsday.
And I still got to eat the donut.
The donut empire made a similar decision in 2022 when they closed 10 underperforming outlets. However, these strategic snips seem to have had the desired effect, as Krispy Kreme wrapped up the year with a sweet $1.52 billion in net revenue. The brand's secret ingredient for success? It's all about honing in on quality over quantity and refining the current business model. To perfect the art of donut freshness and customer satisfaction, they're rolling out the hub and spoke business model. Large locations equipped with donut production facilities known as hubs will send out freshly baked donuts to smaller shops dubbed spokes.
Are you guys open?
Are we open?
Red Lobster.
So you're just like starving.
Totally. Red Lobster?
Since its debut in 1968, Red Lobster has been reeling in customers with its promise of fresh lobster, baskets of irresistible Cheddar Bay biscuits, and the ever-popular endless shrimp platters. Yet, the waves have been far from calm for Red Lobster in recent years. This seafood haven, once boasting over 700 restaurants worldwide, has been casting off a few anchors. Back in 2021, Red Lobster lost its sea legs, closing the doors of 5 establishments. And the trend continued into 2022 and 2023, with the chain bidding farewell to 8 more of its beloved seafood sanctuaries. While these closures represent just a drop in the ocean, accounting for a mere 1% of Red Lobster's fleet, the question lingers: could more follow suit before the end of 2023? The Thai Union Group, the proud owner of this maritime haven, insists that these actions were taken in the best interests of the entire Red Lobster fleet, assuring us that this isn't the beginning of the end.
Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone?
We regularly review our restaurant portfolios as part of the normal course of business, explained a Red Lobster spokesperson. As a result, we have concluded that these locations are no longer viable for Red Lobster.
We're not worthy!
Steak and Shake.
The last time I saw an outdoor movie, I was on shrooms, and it turned out to just be a steak and shake menu.
Steak and Shake, once a shining star in the Midwest's fast food galaxy, has been dimming its lights for years, and 2023 is no exception. This beloved regional burger chain has had its share of struggles, from service complaints to quality concerns, coming perilously close to the brink of bankruptcy back in 2021. While there's been a recent uptick in Steak and Shake's sales and profits, their restaurant count continues to shrink. Biglari Holdings, the parent company behind Steak and Shake, has made the tough call to permanently close 8 of its restaurants this year. And it's not just them. Independent franchisees have shut the doors on 16 more locations.
We are bankrupt!
But let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. As of mid-July, there were only 416 Steak and Shake locations left in the entire United States. Now, consider that back in 2018, they were flipping burgers at a whopping 626 locations. That's a jaw-dropping loss of over 200 restaurants in just under 5 years. As we slowly bid farewell to Steak and Shake, we'll remember the days when their Frisco melts and milkshakes were the stuff of legend. It's a burger joint that still holds a special place in the hearts of Midwesterners. But alas, even the juiciest of patties can't always save a restaurant from closing its doors.
Hey, sorry, man, we closed.
First time here? Well, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and never miss out. It's that easy. Thanks, you're the best. Pizza Hut.
Sweet, my Pizza Hut order's here.
Well, pizza lovers, it's with a heavy heart that we deliver the news of Pizza Hut's abrupt retreat from the New York pizza scene.
No! Oh, God!
The iconic pizza chain, known for its pan pizzas, stuffed crusts, and a legion of red-roofed restaurants, bid adieu to at least 7 of its New York locations earlier this summer. This pizza purveyor has been a household name for generations, delighting us with their cheesy creations and saucy innovations. However, it seems the empire has shrunk a bit, leaving pizza aficionados in 7 New York towns in the lurch. Pizza Hut didn't give any explanation for these sudden closures, leaving patrons puzzled about the pizza drama. In their official statement, the pizza giant confirmed the shutdown of these 7 locations, but remained tight-lipped about the why.
Why?
While we can confirm these particular locations have closed, the Pizza Hut brand is experiencing growth, including in New York, and remains committed to providing outstanding service and products to our valued customers across the country, read the pizza chain's cryptic message. As we reflect on the golden days of cheesy bites and pepperoni feasts, we're reminded that even pizza titans can face a slice of uncertainty. Your pizza pies will be sorely missed on the Empire State's dining landscape.
What they say is true. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hardee's.
And we can go to Hardee's.
Hardee's, the stalwart of indulgent, down-home fast food, finds itself in a rather tough spot. In a move that sent shockwaves through the culinary world, Summit Restaurant Holdings, a major Hardee's franchisee, declared bankruptcy earlier this year. The closure of a staggering 39 restaurants was the final nail in the coffin for Summit, which once proudly operated 145 Hardee's locations spanning the South, Midwest, and West. By May 2023, their empire had shrunk to just 108 restaurants, a far cry from its former glory.
I was a king.
The first warning sign of Summit's troubles came in late April as local news outlets buzzed with reports of Hardee's closures across the South and Midwest. Many of these casualties were under the now bankrupt Summit's management. Summit's woes can be traced back to 2020, with declining foot traffic and the ever-looming specter of elevated food and labor costs that have haunted the entire restaurant industry. But it's not all gloom and doom. High Bluff Capital Partners, a private equity firm with a taste for distressed restaurant chains, swooped in to the rescue. They snagged 81 of the bankrupt franchisee's locations, while Hardee's owner, CKE Restaurants, gobbled up 9 more. Sadly, 17 restaurants were gone for good in the wreckage of bankruptcy.
You will be missed.
Applebee's.
You have to like each other. Well, we have a 4:30 reservation at Applebee.
With its friendly atmosphere, late-night happy hours, and a menu that covers everything from burgers to riblets, Applebee's is a go-to spot for family dinners, weekend hangouts, and catching up with friends over a plate of crispy appetizers. Applebee's has been on a bit of a shrinking spree for some time, and it seems like 2023 won't be the year it turns the tide. The chain recently announced its expectation to end the year with 25 to 35 fewer restaurants than it started with. This only adds to the hundreds of Applebee's locations that have already closed their doors in recent years. Their strategy? Well, it's all about weeding out the underperforming spots and making room for new growth.
Here we go. Profit, profit, profit.
Even though 2023 was supposed to mark their comeback year, higher development costs have thrown a wrench into the works, slowing down the opening of new restaurants. While it might seem like gloomy days for Applebee's, there is a silver lining. Applebee's president assured customers that these closures would pave the way for fresh beginnings. By shutting down underperforming joints, they're creating new opportunities for growth, and their development strategy is all set to capitalize on them.
We are ready.
Burger King.
The king has no comments at this time.
Burger King, the home of the iconic Whopper and the flame-grilled burgers that have ignited taste buds for decades, has found itself grappling with a challenging situation. Despite their ambitious $400 million Reclaim the Flame initiative aimed at revitalizing the brand, Burger King has seen a few of its franchisees flame out since the year began. In April 2023, franchisee EYM King faced the tough task of closing the doors on 26 Burger Burger King locations in Michigan. The reason? Burger King itself had sued EYM King, alleging that they hadn't coughed up the required royalties, ad fund payments, and other essential charges. But the Burger King closures didn't stop there. Meridian Restaurants Unlimited, another franchisee, declared bankruptcy in March and dropped the bombshell that it would be closing 27 Burger King locations across multiple states. The company hinted at the possibility of more closures down the road, though it reassured everyone that they didn't anticipate shuttering all or even a substantial portion of their locations.
Listen, I got the answer. You declare bankruptcy, all your problems go away.
In May, Burger King shared the grim forecast that they're bracing for the shutdown of approximately 300 to 400 locations in the United States by the end of 2023. Most of these closures are expected to target low-volume units, all in a bid to reignite the flame of Burger King's success after years of stagnation.
You have to move.
Dairy Queen.
Who's up for Dairy Queen?
Dairy Queen, known for its iconic curl-topped ice cream cones and decadent blizzards, is a beloved fixture in the hearts of dessert lovers. However, the scoop shops haven't been immune to the trials and tribulations of the restaurant industry. It's a sad day for ice cream enthusiasts across the nation as we bid adieu to a few Dairy Queen locations that have closed their doors in 2023. Among the casualties of this year's ice cream meltdown, we saw the closure of a long-standing Dairy Queen store in Carbondale, Illinois, and another scoop shop in Merritt Island, Florida, which had been dishing out creamy goodness for nearly 6 decades. It's not all sunshine and sprinkles, though, as a Dairy Queen outpost in Glen Carbon, Illinois also joined the shutdown party in May. The reasons behind these closures vary. The family that ran the Merritt Island Dairy Queen pointed fingers at disagreements with the company, while the Carbondale location seemed to close due to operational issues that the Dairy Queen team had been trying to tackle for some time. When requirements weren't met, they had to pull the plug.
You pulled the plug on me?
As for the Glen Carbon closure, the owners remained tight-lipped about their reasons, leaving Dairy Queen fans with a bittersweet farewell message on social media. So as we scoop our last blizzard and savor the memory of those iconic DQ cones, we're reminded that even the sweetest treats can't always withstand the challenges of the ever-changing restaurant landscape.
Dairy Queen closes in 10 minutes.
Outback Steakhouse.
Outback Steakhouse. I'm Australian, mate.
We've got some meaty news to chew on as we bid farewell to yet another Outback Steakhouse location, this time in Methuen, Massachusetts. The iconic Aussie-themed steakhouse chain has been a go-to spot for juicy steaks, bloomin' onions, and all things down under without the need for a passport. Now, it's not the first time we've had to say goodbye to Outback Steakhouse joints this year. Just a few months back in February, 2 locations in Hawaii closed their doors permanently, sending a shockwave through the land of surf and turf. And now the Methuen, Massachusetts outpost joins the list of closures, with Google marking it as permanently closed and the restaurant's Facebook page echoing the sentiment. That makes it 3 Outback locations that have dimmed their dining room lights since the start of this year. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite these recent closures, Outback Steakhouse is flexing its culinary muscles with an ambitious expansion plan. Back in 2022, they boldly announced their intention to sizzle and serve in 75 to 100 additional locations across the United States in the years to come.
So we expand our team.
It's a reminder that the restaurant business is as unpredictable as a kangaroo's jump, and even beloved chains like Outback Steakhouse can face choppy waters.
It doesn't taste good, you witless gadfly.
Cracker Barrel.
And we can stop at Cracker Barrel on the way home.
Known for its hearty American comfort food and quirky country store, Cracker Barrel has been a staple of the roadside dining scene for decades. However, since the dawn of 2023, it's been a rocky road for this iconic establishment. Customer numbers have dwindled, and the pandemic's lingering effects took their toll on this beloved chain. In a move that shocked many loyal patrons, Cracker Barrel made the tough decision to close its sole 2 remaining branches in Portland, Oregon.
It's really sad and really surprising, actually.
And another another one just a stone's throw away in Bend, Oregon. It's a sad day for fans of their signature biscuits and gravy. The closure, as explained by a company spokesperson, was a strategic choice brought about by the enduring challenges posed by the pandemic. Despite their best efforts, these Oregon branches just couldn't regain their pre-pandemic footing, so they had to put the brakes on those rocking chairs for good.
This one really don't want to talk about Cracker Barrel.
Check out more great videos. Just tap or click. And if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. Thanks.